innovative and environmental co-friendly with landmark of 2 billion redevelopment plan to cover an area of 6,400 meters square for construction of mixed use of residential apartment, one Central Park East and West Tower, commercial apartment, and retail project. The main objective of this project is to adhere to the highest standard of sustainability residential design under the Australia Green Star rating system. This project was awarded a Green Star project in Australia on the date of 2014. Construction took place, there was a survey and hoarding of the site due to the nature of the project. Detailed survey was carried out within and around the surrounding environment for the building before the demolition. The involvement of heritage consultant was engaged due to the nature of the ground because it is a used ground which has been used for several activities before. Automatically removal of existing structure for some reasons, either for a new development or posing a threat to the safety of those people passing near the building and when structure is unsound. The function of any foundation is to carry the load and transmit into the ground, in which it rests the combined load and wind load in such a manner not to cause any unreasonable settlement. Pad foundation is selected based on many factors such as nature and the bearing capacity of the soil. All these things is carried out to determine the specific foundation to be used for the structure. It was realized that after the investigation, it was realized that pad foundation need to be adapted for some reason due to the outcome of the site investigation. The bearing capacity, the pad type and method of construction, heavy point load, presence of high compressible soil near the surface such as filled ground and experience of low water table. Is defined as a method of supporting the side of excavation trench for carrying out and allowing the work within the trench to proceed and safeguarding the workers in the trench. The design principle of retaining wall and their method of construction was done based on the result of the site investigation to withstand the lateral pressure of the retaining soil and any subsoil water, and the wall was designed to ensure overturning and sliding does not occur. Substructure load are carried to the basement floor level by columns where finally transferred in the ground via pipe caps and bearing power. This is practically reasonable to adapt special when low bearing capacity of the soil are experiencing below ground level. This typically view of 555,000 meter square basement of how Central Park Line and Tower were constructed of 5-story building fully below the ground level with a reinforcement concrete floor and column for each level, purposely to accommodate storage and serve as a space for commercial use. Wall system. This consists of reinforcement concrete unit of 2 interconnected shear walls. They used for basement construction due to the durability of the individual component for basement construction. Electrical system work. The installation of the M&E in the basement were done as the construction proceeded, such as plumbing and drainage, fire detection, prevention and firefighting, installation of HVAC, refrigeration, and electrical appliances. Normally described as a construction which is above ground level with an element of uh, column, beam, floors, walls, roof, open into bracket, window and doors, stretches materials of stretches of material and building materials, which are normally consist of steel and concrete. Flat plate and flat slab structure system. This type of construction consists of slab system into bracket, flat and plate connected to column without the use of beam. The flat plate is a two-way reinforced concrete framing system utilizing a slab of uniform thickness in the form of simple structure. The flat slab is a two-way reinforcement structure system that included either drop panel or column capital at column to resist heavy workload, and this allow a longer span. However, the lateral resistance depending on the flexural stiffness of the component and their connection with the slab corresponding to the rigid frame, which is then suitable for storage. The composite slab was considered, and it is when the steel beam are connected to the slab in such a way that the two act as a one unit. The beam are called composite beam. Composite slab consists of reinforcement cast on top of the profile steel decking, which act as a framework during the construction and reinforcement at the final stage. Green walls in one Central Park project was a bit combination of using a green wall panel made of 2,700 plant box as vertical garden containing a mix of 350 strap of different types on a high-rise building. Part of the faker required to design these features as a skirting wall panel to allow them to be installed progressively around the building. Originally, the design were glasses reinforcement concrete. This would have made the planter boards heavily and unacceptable able for their purpose and possible to damage during the construction. Later, the material was changed to rotor molded polytextile, which is watertight, unbreakable, lightweight, and easily installed with a small flame jam cream as compared to glass reinforcement concrete. As described before, as a load data was not available, a protector was used for analysis. The ring tunnel testing was conducted to determine the actual load factor. The acquired knowledge enable the design of a spring-type connection that reduced the load imposed on the building, also reduced reinforcement requirement and the bracket size. It is the production of electricity, heat, and cooling in a single process. This system provides a simple gas of fire generating process electricity and heat with the exhaust heat going through an absorption chilling heat was for the air conditioning system. The benefit of this is to save an energy, backup power to the site, saving on greenhouse gas independent from the grid, Energy costs are rising, as everybody is aware in this world. But dry generation plant can be buffer against some of this increasing in energy costs. The reason being is that if using gas to run the generator and produce heat for the absorption, chilling instead of power from the grid to run conditioning plant by saving an energy of 30%. Finishing floor and ceiling. Due to the purpose of the building, they designed to adapt uh, floor and ceiling finishing were chosen based on the function of the floor, room, and the degree and the cost and maintenance of the product in the near future. The cast institute floor were selected for a basement. Applying for floor finishing are laid on top of thickness of the screed. Directly laid over the rigid insulation should be at the least thickness of 40 mm for poncho, because this area is going to be used for a shopping mall. That is why the criteria is based on that. With the aim of reducing carbon emission, which have been the development of the design and construction of the green roof. This type of roof consists of a living structure built into outer layer and vegetarian encouraged to grow on the roof finishing in order to provide several environmental benefits. Design and construction of Hollister and Merrill. The most unusual and innovative feature of the One Central Park project is Hollister. A requirement of the master plan was to prevent the building on the blocking sunlight from the parkland area. The 110-ton Hollister reflects light in West Tower and directs it down through the atrium and into some of the retail portion. The innovations here is included the use of green tray building maintenance unit for reflecting, which navigated the need for more temporary access solution. Had a different level of delivering difficulties. Construction multiple residential high-rise tower on top of a retail podium over a combined multi multi-building basement construction challenges. This type of project need a master planning and logical management because the several factors that constitute the difficult nature of the project are the changing the resource, the filter, the green wall, planter box, vein cable, logistic, and location. Materials and costing summary. Overall project value was $597 million US dollars, and the total of the US million dollars. The total cost of the Hollister alone was 8 million US dollars, and 571 meter cube of concrete was used. 7,887 tons of reinforcement was engaged. 15,000 stainless steel rake was used. 2,100 stainless ring for cable tension, and 5,304.5 tons of glass was engaged in the project.